Make or break moment. And the only reason I'm doing the save, guys, is not really cheating when you have to redo the whole case from scratch. So don't... I'm sure most of you can completely agree with my methods here on saving it. Anyway, is there any way I can prove? Of course I can. There has to be. Otherwise, we're fucked, right? Your Honor. Oh, the fire has returned to your eyes, I see. This picture. Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now. Is there? Shit, I hope so. First of all, there's no bullet hole. The end, I win. A contradiction? So you think you spotted a problem with this picture? Then earn your keep. I already see that there's no bullet hole, so automatic win. Automatic win! Why don't you point out exactly what is so strange in this picture? There's no bullet hole. Is it this arm? I think it's supposed to be this arm. Please direct your attention here. To the sleeve? But there isn't anything odd about it. Exactly my point. Yeah, and that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing. Owned. I'm glad I noticed that right away. Should be there. Oh, you broken now, Von Karma. What happened to your perfectness? There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. Owned. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well. Owned. Super owned. Miss Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence? You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this. Yeah, make her life bar go down too. Alright, this should do some major damage to her argument. Don't celebrate yet. You like to bring me down. You like to bring down the mood, don't you? Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face. Oh, God, she never thinks she's about to lose. She's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again. God, she's gonna bow and curtsy to us. Tis, jumping the gun again, I see. Your Honor, I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools. What do you mean, and what incompetent fools? If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. Oh, you're gonna blame them for your problems? As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to this case. So she's warming her way out of the penalty, but still, she's still wrong about the thing. We're still proving that she's wrong, so we're winning, and yet she's not losing. Addition by subtraction, or the other way around, whatever. She's lying through her teeth, I know it. That woman knew about everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything. But you can't prove that. Franziska Von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that detective gets what's coming. Oh, damn. She's gonna fucking give it to Gumshoe. That's not cool. I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at the next salary discussion. Poor Gumshoe. Yeah, this has nothing to do with what we're trying to figure out here, though. In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in the sleeve. Exactly. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none. That's right. There's still a hole in your fucking case, Von Karma. The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this one shot, alright? And bust in the face. Got it. Watch this, Maya. Owned. Your Honor, there is only one logical explanation for the contradiction. The shooter is someone else. These other two stupid. The picture's clearly not fake. The bullet hole happened before that. So the shooter is obviously... It's obvious who the shooter is now, right? Like, I've already kind of figured this case out in my head. It's just putting all the puzzle pieces together to get there. Because clearly, we've already established who did it, right? Like, let me just say that now before we get to the end here, which I don't know if the end's soon. We might have a long way to go. But it's clear that the sister did it, right? Like, we just have to figure out how. Isn't that obvious by now? I think so. Anyway, the defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person clearly does not. There can be only one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. What? Yeah, that's right, bitch. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Order, order, order. If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial. Me, why me? The defense's argument is a complete mess. A complete mess? I fail to see how. Please enlighten us. Hey, witness. Uh-oh, here we go. What the heck? Is that any way to ask a gal a favor? Be quiet, you. You were the one who said there was only 2 of them when you entered the room. Well, you know, if you were lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see. Jeez. Isn't that a threat in court? Can't you fucking... Like, she just threatened to kill her with a whip. Isn't that, like illegal right there? Like, threats? Death threats? Anyway. But look, sis, you're looking mighty scary, so why don't we say you... Oh, God. I swear, I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest. You see? Now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from? Why is it lately all I want to do is cry? Why must I cry? Why must I cry? Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then this poses 2 very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from? That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix Wright. I can't believe that even Mia's calling me by my full name. But, I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this? Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now? To turn things around? Turn things around. That's right. Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective. Phoenix? So, where did this intruder appear from, and where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at this situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove that either one of those conditions were true, yeah, Mr. Wright, let's hear what you come up with. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is the third person entered it. Can we save it right here before we make this critical decision of whether or not we're gonna fucking lose the game? I'm glad that we can save it pretty much any time. That's actually quite nice. Alright, I'm thinking that the sister probably was in there before we started, because I couldn't remember when I looked around before the channeling, we couldn't find anybody, but then we found her after the fact. So I'm gonna probably go with a third person entered the room. That makes the most sense. Let's see what happens. Your Honor, I would like to present some evidence. Oh shit, we have to prove this too? I have proof that there was someone else in the room before the murder took place. The key, right? Please tell me it's the key. Fuck. It would make more sense if the other key got fucking presented as well. Let me see. Let me see if there's something in these photos that gives it away that there's a third person. I don't think that gives anything. Or that. Third person. I guess the only thing I have is the key, right? Let me just see. I did just save it, so let's try it. Please take a good look at this. Okay. I've already seen it. Thank you. And what is the purpose of this item? Don't you see, Your Honor? I don't think you actually see what you're doing. I think it is in the order to be sighing at you, Mr. Ah, I got it wrong again. God damn it. I went for it, man. I went for it. Think it over again. Let me see. Let me see. I think the way I'm going to... I have to start over and try to think about things in a different manner. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? That I think is true. And what if Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove that either one of those conditions were true... I don't think Maya left the room. I think a third person entered it. Do we have proof for both of them, maybe? I don't know. The only other thing I can think of for third person in the room, let me go ahead and tell you what my theory is here. If you look at the layout of the thing here, there's a side room, right? And there's the channeling chamber basically right across from it. In between there is a garden, so it's open space outside. Therefore, a person could have, assuming there's a way into the channeling chamber sneakily, gone from the side room over to the channeling chamber in some way. I don't know how that would work, but it certainly seems like a possibility in my brain, especially since it's a straight shot from the entrance of the side room to the side of the channeling chamber. Just a thought. Just a thought. I don't think this is gonna help me though. A third person gets in there. I don't know. The key makes sense because that means somebody else had a key, but I don't know. Small hole. No. Gunpowder. mirror weapon, knife. Where's Maya's fingerprints? Clothes Maya was wearing at the time of the murder. That somebody else got in there before them. I don't know. It's also weird that she's standing on that side of him and he's dead. I find that to be weird as well. I don't know. What happens if I present this photo? Do I get a game over or what? Nope. We're gonna get a game over. Son of a bitch. Okay. Let's jump back into this. I'll be right back. What if we just pick something I can't explain yet? See if it affects, like, the ending. I'm sorry, but I simply can't. You see? And the reason is quite simple, because there is no explanation. That's why. As I thought, another big waste of time, bitch. Phoenix, you can't just give up like that. But, Mia, rethink things one more time. There has to be an explanation. I'm already perfect, so of course my conclusions are also perfect with hashtags. Alright, right. Calm down and let's try this one more time. What if before... Okay, so we're just going to jump right back into this. So that's just going to send us into an infinite loop. We have to choose one of these, and we have to prove it, damn it. Alright. Before we forced our way into the chamber, a third person entered it, or Maya left the room. Third person had to enter the room. I think both may be true. But I have to have proof that there was a third person in there, man. Someone else in the room before the murder took place. What proof could I have of that? The map doesn't help me. I picked... What did I pick last? I picked the photo, right? The gun doesn't tell me that, right? 2 shots fired. Mine, great. No, the weapons don't tell me shit. Seriously, they don't tell me nothing. Would one of the people tell me something? Older sister. Yeah, okay. Mimi's younger sister. What if we present her? Because I'm pretty sure that's the one that went in there. Oh. No. Pearl didn't go in there, did she? No. I don't know, man. I'm about to just do my fucking present anything fucking... What? What could it be? What proof do we have that there was a third person in there? The only thing I can think of is the fact that he shot toward the I mean, clearly the bullet hole in her clothing was not there, but the fact that they shot and he hit this thing over here, the fucking folding screen, shouldn't that be evidence? I don't know, man. I'm gonna try a couple things and see if we can figure this out, because honestly, I'm confused. No, that's not it. I didn't think so, but I had to try. Does photo number 2 help? Because it's obviously not Maya in the photo? God damn it. Okay, so maybe the key is proof that Maya left the room. Maybe that's the case. Maya had left the channeling chamber at some point, and the defense can prove this. Oh? How foolish. Fools make faces to dream and foolish dreams. Yeah, same shit. Maya was being looked after by her aunt, Morgan Fay. Chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than that detective's salary. Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the murder until the time of the arrest, the defendant had left the room. The key, right? No? I'm gonna try the key. Yes! Yes! I found something, finally. I should have tried that sooner. I knew the key had to prove one of these things, damn it. The fact that the key wasn't in the room anymore made sense. Or, I mean, I should say it makes one of those things obvious. I should have just tried that sooner. I'm so dumb. Anyway, Ms. Hart, do you remember this key? Well, I seen it. Hey, that's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that. The defendant herself locked the door? Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. The key's the only one of its kind after all. Oh, so there is only one key, okay. Here I was speculating that there might be two keys. Oh, one of a kind, you say? Uh-oh. Wait, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Yes, it looks like she's catching on. I'm afraid to ask, but why is that key currently in your possession? Huh? What do you mean? If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her. Booyah! Yes, agreed. However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Ah, well, ain't that a kick? So how come you're holding it? I got this as a present from a certain little girl, who happens to be standing right next to me and isn't little right now. And that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time. Oh, bitch. That's preposterous. This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you. Booyah, sucker! No. Okay, so we've got past that little fucking roadblock. I'm glad I thought about that. Like, let's try the key on the other one. I should have thought about that sooner. It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Ms. Von Karma? How can this be? At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant is not possible. My perfect case? How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I am a prodigy. I have never lost a case. And I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a fool like you. Okay. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict. Your perfection will not last forever, bitch. That's enough. If would you like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. Oh, so we got a multi-day case here. Sweet. Another day of investigations is on the way. That is all. Court is adjourned. All right, so cool. We get to get some more evidence. I was wondering if we were going to have to do more testimonies, because you know we're going to bring in that eeny meeny bitch eventually, right? Like, that bitch is coming into the picture here pretty soon, and most likely on the next day, because this is looking like a 2-day case, unless something crazy happens. Wow, that was you, Pearly? You summoned my sis? Yes, I felt I had no choice. Great going, Pearly. I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know? No, I couldn't tell. Her being like 6 feet tall and having breasts hanging out didn't fucking give it away at all. Anyway, it's not like anyone else in there could have done that. Nick? I know you're trying really hard and all, but I really don't remember ever leaving that room. And I don't think that a third person could have gone into that room. Yeah. Well, at least we have until tomorrow to figure things out. Yeah, I'm still a little confused on how it all went down, too. But we'll see. We're probably going to find something evidence-wise that helps us prove everything, but we'll see. Anyway, like, what happened in that room, for instance? Yeah, I'm counting on you. Ah, I envy the two of you. Oh, by the way, Nick, do you think you could take Pearly back home for me? Sure, why not? Gotta go back there and do some investigation anyways. Alright, Pearls, you ready to go buy some tickets? Huh? A ticket? Poor thing, she's so sheltered. Such a sheltered life you've lived. Now, do I continue on for the day, or do I call it a wrap for the day? I don't know, man. We're at a nice spot, but the fact that I can save it at any time is not bad. You know, let's go for a few more minutes today. I honestly thought we were going to finish the trial today, but that's because I didn't realize it was going to go another day. I should have realized that, though. If we weren't going to get to Eeny Meeny, it was going to go another day. Anyway, back to the village. Thank you very much for bringing me home, Mr. Nick. You're welcome. I had to come in, look at a few things here today anyways. I thought about this a little. Uh-huh. If Mystic Maya didn't kill that nice man? She definitely didn't. Yes, of course. But if she didn't,
Then someone else did, right? That murderer person?
Yes, Pearls, that's how it works.
Oh, I see.
I wonder what's wrong. She seems sad. Is it possible? Is it possible? I was already thinking this, especially now that we've seen her turn into Mia. But is it possible that Pearl did it? Can we just put that out there? I was gonna put that out there. Like meaning like Pearl channeled the chick. Pearl killed the dude. Thus Pearl was the one that Morgan actually, snapped out of it, so to speak. That sounds more realistic to me than anything else, right? I mean, I like the sound of that. Very possible. I'm gonna go with very possible on that. Maybe Eenie Meenie's too obvious and it's not actually her. But it's very possible that this little girl, that's why and the only reason I'm saying this now is because of the way she just said what she just said. But let's go ahead and talk to her for a second here. So, what did you think of seeing your first trial?
I was really surprised. I had never seen so many people before.
Oh.
And Mystic Maya looks so small and helpless.
Well, Maya's already naturally short, so...
And then, that snobby woman with the ruffly clothes.
Ruffly? Oh, she means Franziska.
She had such a bad attitude. She acted like she had already decided that Mystic Maya did it. I'm going to tell her what I think of her tomorrow.
I wouldn't miss tomorrow's trial for the world. Just for that right there.
Why was that woman bullying Mystic Maya?
Well, she's the opposite of a lawyer. She's a lawyer, she's just a prosecutor, that's all. So her job is to prove people guilty. They don't care if someone's innocent. All they care about is if they win.
That's terrible. But she's really a good prosecutor with a heart on the inside, right?
That remains to be seen. There's no one like that. All prosecutors are the same. Bunch of douches that want 100% win rate. Well, he might have become a good guy, eventually.
He? Who are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Is it that person Mystic Maya was talking about? Mr. Edgyworth?
Possibly. That was a long time ago. He's not around anymore.
Huh?
He clutched onto his foolish pride too fiercely, and died for it. What? Edgeworth is dead?
That's too bad.
Wait, what? Died for it? You mean like died on the inside, or he literally died? I'm confused. By the way...
Yes, what is it?
You wouldn't happen to know anything about who the murderer is, would you?
Why are you asking me?
No, I was just thinking earlier.
I didn't see anything.
She didn't see anything, huh? Speaking of that, during the murder, where was Pearls and what was she doing? Bum, 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 bum. And on top of that, this key, see, he's putting it together already. I don't even need to tell you guys. Just when did she pick this up? Let's hear her alibi. Is it soundproof or what? Or bulletproof, whatever you want to call it? I just realized that I never asked you what you were doing at the time of the crime. Pearls, where were you and what were you doing when the murder happened? Uh-oh.
What was I doing? I wasn't doing anything.
She's really bad at lying. You can whisper it to me. I won't tell anyone else, I promise. Oh, shit. Time to unlock. Oh, she got 2 locks. So we need 2 pieces of evidence to unlock her lies. Ah.
I guess you can see through my lie, huh?
She knows it. Yeah, clearly.
I can't lie to you, can I, Mr. Nick?
So, can we just, like, do we have to... It's going to make me get 2 pieces of evidence. I probably don't have either one of them yet. Anyway, so let's move on. See what we can find around here before we try and break the locks. See if anybody's hanging out around here trying to find more evidence. To the meditation room. It's really empty. There's supposed to be training held today, but I guess it's already over. I'm assuming we're going to talk to Morgan around here some more. Morgan's probably going to shed some light on this situation, because she's probably the one that knew about what happened exactly. Especially since she's the one that went in there and kicked everybody out, if you recall. Looks like Morgan's here too, but she hasn't noticed me yet. What is she doing? She looks like she's talking to a picture. What? What an evil look on her face, too.
Don't you see? Take a look around. Finally, my chance has come. I've waited for this day for so long. That's right. Prepare yourself, dear Misty.
What in the fuck? Wait, what?
Who's there?
Oh, man, the ant is turning into more of a bitch than I expected.
Oh, if it isn't Mr. Wright.
Just curious, but that picture you were just looking at?
Oh, today was that event, was it not, good sir? I heard you did well.
Yeah, thanks.
I am terribly sorry I could not attend to the trial today. Please accept my apology. I had a previous engagement, as I had to watch over the trainees training today.
I get the sense she really doesn't want to talk about the picture.
All because the master can't be here with us, you understand? And that is why a lowly branch family member such as myself must do this.
She seems very mad that she's a branch family member and not, like, the main line. I think she holds that in. She holds her sister in contempt, especially based on what the fact we just walked in on her right there. But let's hear what other kind of shit she has to say. What happened, Beezy? Have you remembered something about the murder?
No, I told you everything I know already.
Where are you? God, the fucking translation, man. There's too many little typos. Were you in this room the whole time when Lotta and I went to call the police?
Yes, of course. I was by Mystic Maya's side the entire time. I performed the spirit severing technique and held her in my arms afterward.
You said that yesterday as well. Did anything else happen?
I would like to say more did. However, that is all that occurred.
I was really hoping for some new info.
I suppose nothing happened in the end, good sir. Sorry to have played on your hopes.
Why do I feel like I was just made fun of in the worst way possible? Because you were. This bitch is fucking with you, man. She doesn't seem to give two shits about Maya, by the way, if we haven't established that yet. So, did the students train every day?
Yes, absolutely. They were given a day off, the day after the murder, of course. However, and I assume both Maya and Pearls went through this training?
Oh, that's... Fuck, I keep... It's hard to tell.
Anyway, Mr. Wright?
Wow, yeah, she got real scary real fast.
How many times must I tell you before you understand, good sir? They are to be addressed as Mystic Maya and Mystic Pearl.
Sorry, I meant Mystic Maya and Mystic Pearl. Wait, I'm sorry, but Mystic Pearl? Isn't that going a bit too far?
Next question, please.
Oh man, she's really being a pain in the ass today.
Please remember to watch not only what you say, but how you say it, good sir.
Oh, I will. Man, she's extra bitchy, man. Only implicating yourself, you know that, right? So the master is Maya's mother, right?
Mystic Misty. She is a brilliant medium.
And where is she now?
We are not sure.
Not sure?
About 16 or 17 years ago, Mystic Misty failed at channeling a certain spirit. And after that, she simply disappeared. I don't believe she will return to this village, in any case. And in 4 years' time, her name will be forever erased from this village.
Whoa, someone sounds happy about it. Erased?
A person who has been away from the village for over 20 years is considered dead.
Okay, I see. What if they just moved away and they didn't actually die?
And that is 4 years from now for her. When that happens, a new master will be appointed to Karain Village.
And?
Mystic Maya was supposed to become the next master. However, with this murder, I'm afraid...
I must be imagining things. I thought she was laughing to herself for a second there. Oh, man. This is getting real juicy all of a sudden. I honestly wasn't even thinking of the ant this whole time. I was busy thinking about Eenie Meenie and how we were going to prove it. But now this is getting very interesting. Because now it's looking like the ant set this whole thing up. And it's very interesting. She used, and if she did, that means she used her own daughter for this. But let's see what happens. I don't want to guess everything. Anyway, should we present her some shit, or should we just move on for now? You know, let's move on for now. See if there's anybody else to talk to. And then once we've talked to everybody who we can talk to around here, we'll start presenting shit and trying to find stuff. But better off just exploring first, instead of wasting our time trying to present things to no avail. Looks like there's no one here. And even though the weather is gorgeous today, it's raining inside my heart. Wow, Phoenix. Poetic. It's raining in his heart. Sad story, bro. Is Eenie Meenie still here today or what? And we want to check out that trunk, man. The bedding is all laid out today, too. Guess I'll leave them alone for now. Can we look inside this trunk now or what? I want to know what's in here. Keep wondering about this box. I'm sure this wasn't here before the murder took place. Looks like a box for storing clothes. But it's pretty big for just clothes. Mostly empty, but a few folded pieces of channeling costumes sit at the bottom. That's it? That's it? Nothing else? Lame. Okay, we've already been through this. Why does it? Ugh. Why? Excuse me. Who am I talking to? There's no one here. I don't know either. We already looked at the bear. Should we look at the bear one more time to make sure nothing? I think we're gonna have to examine or maybe present something to the stupid Beezy. Alright, well, yes. Yes. Okay, so looks like we're heading back out of this room. Guess we'll go back to the channeling chamber and talk to Morgan some more. Morgan Spurlock over here. Because I'm thinking we gotta present something to her to maybe get her to be like, oh, where'd you get that? Maybe if we show her the key, it'll like freak her out. Let's present her the key and see what happens.
This is the key to this room.
That's right.
But why do you have it, good sir?
That I'm not telling.
Return it at once!
I can't. It's evidence, after all. I think she knows exactly how important this key is to this murder. But what is this feeling I'm getting from her? It feels... I can't describe it. Feels like lies, am I right? Use it.
What do you think about this? I am terribly sorry, but I'm afraid my spiritual powers are not as strong as you might think. I really am terribly sorry.
Okay. Your spiritual powers might suck, but your assholishness knows no bounds. Should I start presenting shit and see if anything good happens?
There are 6 parts to this Karain sacred writings. To think that this valued treasure of our village and Mystic Maya were both shot by a gun.
Well, that's...
Even if it was something that occurred during a channeling, it is an unforgivable act.
Okay. What if I start showing her the pictures of the crime scene?
That is Mystic Maya before I applied the spiritual severing technique. This picture, it was taken without my express permission. I knew allowing a person like her from the Heartland into our country was a bad idea.
You do realize that the Heartland is a part of this country, right? Stupid Beezy, man, stupid Beezy. Okay, so that's the same. I think it's the same. Yeah, same shit. What if we present this?
That is Mystic Maya's costume, isn't it? Isn't it? It's a shame. I never thought anything like that would happen to her.
But we don't know that it was Maya that did it.
Oh, poor Mystic Maya.
Do you ever listen to anyone other than yourself? Good fucking question. Alright, I'm just gonna start presenting everything, I think. What if I present, like... I don't even know. The pistol? What do you think about this? Okay. What about the knife? Thought maybe since it belonged in this house, you would say something about it. But about the autopsy? Okay. She probably doesn't have anything else to say about any of my evidence, but we can start presenting profiles. So let's start by presenting Eenie Meenie. No? Nothing about her? Okay. What about Mimi Meenie? No. What about if we present Lotta? No? What about her daughter? I know she'll say something about that.
Come to think of it, I don't believe I have seen my child today. Would you happen to know where she is, good sir?
No, I wouldn't.
Honestly, take 1 day off of training, and it is nay impossible to make it up. Good sir, I pray you are not teaching her strange, fiendish things in her time off.
Oh boy, here she comes her anger. And we were having such a civil conversation, too. Okay, so I had to do that. What about present herself?
Being born as one of the Fey family, but of weak spiritual power, it makes the people of this village look down upon you, you know.
I didn't know that.
But I will be alright, as long as I have Pearl. I am most satisfied because I have my Pearl.
Alright, well, it's not looking like she's going to say much else about anything relevant, I don't think. So maybe we do have what we need to talk to Pearl. And talking to Morgan has been a waste of time. I mean, I didn't actually try to present anything to Pearl, so I have no idea, no way of knowing. But the problem with doing this is we can lose, so I should probably save it before we even start. In fact, speaking of saving it, in the next episode of Let's Play Ace Attorney, Justice for All, I'm going to try and break the locks of Pearl's lies and get some shit out of her. I'm thinking the key, maybe. Maybe even the robe. Those sound like two things that might be, because maybe... I don't know. Those just sound like obvious things to me. We'll try some stuff and see what happens. If we can't get anything out of her with the items we already have, or the people we already have for that matter, then I will most definitely have to look around some more. We might even have to go talk to Maya or something. I don't know. But I'm going to save it all for the next episode, so I'll see you guys then. Peace!